Pleasant day greetings to you all. In this video, we are going to learn about interference of light waves. Interference is a phenomena exhibited by any wave. A sound wave, an electromagnetic wave, or a water wave can interfere with each other. In day-to-day life, we encounter interference in many occasions. The noise or a crosstalk you hear in any communication are all due to interference. The fascinating colors you see on your CD or on your soap bubble are all due to interference of light waves. After watching this video, you will be able to explain the principle behind interference of light waves and some of the applications. Before getting into deeply, let us first understand the terms light, wave, wavefront and interference. First we see about light. The basic question comes on our mind about light is its duality. Is light wave or particle? Basically, light is an electromagnetic wave, that is the oscillation of alternating electric and magnetic fields. The photon, the particle identity of light, is nothing but the quanta of electromagnetic field. And visible light lies between 400 nanometer and 700 nanometer range in the electromagnetic spectrum. Beyond the 400 nanometer, we have UV rays, X-rays and gamma rays. And below the visible light, we have IR, radio waves and microwaves. Having understood light as an electromagnetic wave, let us understand some important attributes of light. The first important attribute is its wavelength. Wavelength is nothing but the distance between two successive peaks, and it is measured in angstroms, that is 10 power minus 10 meter, that gives the color of visible light. The second important attribute is the amplitude. Amplitude speaks about the height of light waves, that is corresponding to intensity or brightness of light wave. The third important parameter is phase of a light. To have a clear picture about phase, let us assume two light waves, a pink wave and a blue wave. Usually, phase is represented in angles. The top one represents two light rays which are completely in phase with each other, that is, the phase difference between the light rays will be 0 degree. The middle one represents two light rays which are slightly out of phase with each other, that is, the phase difference between them may be 90 degree, and the bottom one represents two light rays which are completely out of phase with each other, and phase difference in this case may be 180 degree. The another important term we have to understand is wavefront. If you consider a light source, light rays emanate from the source in all directions, and if you join the peak of all the light rays emanating, you get a circle. That circle is referred as wavefront, and the distance between two successive wavefronts will be the wavelength of the source. Then what is interference of light? Interference of light is defined as the combination of two or more light waves to form a resultant wave in which the displacement may either reinforce or cancel, which gives rise to alternative bright or dark spots on a screen, which is called interference pattern. To have a sustained interference, there are some basic conditions to be met. The first condition is that the light sources should be coherent. By coherent, we mean the two light rays should maintain constant phase difference with respect to each other. Here we have to insist a point clearly. The two light rays may be out of phase by any angle, say 90 degree, but they should maintain the phase difference constant throughout. The second important condition is that the light sources should be monochromatic, that is of single wavelength. And here is the experimental arrangement to view the interference pattern. To meet the second condition, a monochromatic source is used, and light from the monochromatic source is allowed to fall on a single slit. From the single slit, primary wavefronts emerge. To meet the first condition, that is coherent, we use a double slit, because in reality, two separate coherent sources can never be achieved. Secondary wavefronts emerge from the double slit, and they are allowed to superimpose on a screen placed apart, where we can view the interference pattern. The interference pattern can be understood with the following diagram. Here assume the light ray from the top slit be the first light ray, and light ray from the bottom slit be second light ray. These two light rays superimpose on any point on a screen depending upon the angle. Our question is, at the point B, will the light rays will interfere constructively or destructively, or what factor determines the condition of interference? We have already seen that the wavelength is measured in distance. So, from the figure, we can clearly see that the second light ray travels some extra distance than the first light ray. And if that extra distance is integral multiples of lambda, these two light rays will superimpose constructively at that particular point. That is, the crest of the first light ray will superimpose with the crest of the second light ray and will give rise to an amplitude enhancement. That is, we get a brighter spot. Alternatively, if the extra distance travelled by the second light ray is half integral multiples of lambda, then the two light rays will superimpose destructively at that particular point. That is, the amplitude may tend to cancel out and we get a darker spot on the screen. And if d1 is the distance travelled by the first light ray and d2 be the distance travelled by the second light ray, then the condition for constructive interference in terms of path difference may be given as del equals modulus of d2 minus d1, that is m lambda, where m can take values 0, 1, 2, etc. And the condition for destructive interference in terms of path difference is del equals modulus of d2 minus d1, which is m plus half into lambda. Again, m can take values 0, 1, 2, etc. And some of the applications of interference includes binoculars, sunglasses, visors for astronauts to eliminate the harmful light with destructive interference. And interferometers apply the principle of interference to find thicknesses of any thin film, wavelength of an unknown source, and refractive index of a medium. Thank you.